So you get into a hot water heater the size of a minivan, and they're controlling it with this here. See this here? This is the control module that they're using in the Titanic submersible. You got $250,000 to fuck off, and you get in a hot water heater with this bullshit right here. We're not talking about a steering wheel with airbags and all of the utensils that you need for survival. We're talking about a fucking joystick controlling a hot water heater the size of an airbag. This is Ocean Gate. This is the Titanic submersible. Now, France, England, United States, Canada, everybody is coming out looking for these guys who were so inconsiderate to get into a hot water heater with this right here as the control modular to go down to see the Titanic. So the Titanic submersible and its owners, you all are controlling this with a joystick. So you guys are going to these crazy depths, the levels of depths that you could never imagine. And you all are controlling this shit with a joystick. Now you're missing. Now the world comes out to search for you. We're talking about men, billionaires who got $250,000 to fuck off. Should just go down to see the Titanic. $250,000. You got over 60,000 veterans in the United States that you could have took that 250. 5 men in there could have took 250. Now I understand that one of the guys, I think he was a Pakistani billionaire, him and his son. But my point is, this money could have been put to good use versus being encapsulated into a situation where you pay $250,000 for your death. So these guys, the owners of Ocean Gate, the Titanic submersible, came up with a clever way to send men to their death. At the end of the day, people, this is the thought that you have to think about. This is what we're dealing with. So I think everybody, and I do mean everybody, has been literally captivated by this situation with Ocean Gate. You know, it's such a sad state of affairs when men obviously don't observe the risks of putting their lives in jeopardy in the lives of others. What's going on, or what has gone on, what is the process, what we're seeing now from the aspect of the United States military getting involved with this situation with Ocean Gate. France, Canada, all of these various nations are getting involved to try to find these men who thought of going down, observing the Titanic. Like, this shit is completely reckless on all levels. As I often say here on the Chris Miles Show, there is no form of accountability, man. People go out here and do shit for selfish reasons. What is the point of going down to see the Titanic, the ship that sank? These guys, Ocean Gate, come up with this theory. We're going to charge people $250,000 to go see a goddamn ship that have sank. You got billionaires and a fucking hot water heater the size of a minivan pile in there, it'll hold 5, go down to depths of 13,000 feet. I mean, you could actually take the Empire State Building 3-4 times and stack them on each other. That is the level, the depths of where these guys have gone. They that deep. They paid $250,000 for this shit. Now can't nobody find them. This shit is completely reckless. And it shows you the level where people have money, the things that they will do. You got $250,000, quite naturally it's your money. So I don't want to regulate nobody's money because I don't want nobody to tell me a fucking thing to do with mine. But this is the fucking problem. You got $250,000 to cap off to get in a fucking hot water heater to go down to fucking depths that no man could even fucking conceive. Now you trapped or you missing. And they go to all fucking levels. I mean, they're pulling out everything to find these men. I don't wish death on nobody. But where's the accountability? The shit is fucking reckless, man. It's uncalled for. It is uncalled for because these men that went to the depths of hell, because that's basically what they've done. They paid $250,000 to encapsulate themselves in a fucking hot water heater to die. I really hope that they find these men because, like I said, I don't wish this shit on nobody. But at some point in time, people, the light in your head has to go off. You should think about it. If you don't think about the seriousness of the shit that you're putting yourself in, think about your family. Think about the stain that this shit is going to put on your family. A plethora of problems to come after this. Mentally. Because you wanted to get in a fucking hot water heater to go down to 13,000 feet deep to see a fucking ship that sank. Just to say, I've done it. Let me say this in closing. I seriously hope that they find these men and hopefully a great lesson come out of this for them and everybody who's observing this. But the reality of all of that is simply this. It's hard enough being on standing ground on earth. And you leave to go to something. If God intended for man to do what a lot of the shit that man does, he'd have gave you those avenues. Yeah, he gives you the technology. But a lot of things that we do are out of selfish reasons. This is inexplicably just fucked up. It's just on all levels. It's wrong. And I can't, I think about these people's family, how they must feel. Why didn't they think about their family? Why didn't they consider the fact, if this shit goes wrong, these are the consequences of what my family has to deal with. Obviously, you don't give a fuck because you have proved that you don't give a fuck. But you have put the people who's going to go out there and search, they could die from this. Okay? You have put yourself and everybody in a compromising position because you want to explore shit. And what you're exploring, you're doing it inside of a goddamn hot water heater the size of a minivan. That's fucking reckless. In closing, I really hope that they find these men. I do. I hope that they find them. I hope that there's a good ending to this story. I just don't see it at this point. But we at the Chris Miles Show, hosted by me, Chris Miles, we are going to cover the story. Find us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you receive your podcasts. People, everybody out there, be safe. As I always say, the moving finger writes, has written, moves on. To all of you, good day.